Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. So today we'll cover the first topic of this week, which is subject-verb agreement. Now, subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number. As a matter of fact, subjects and verbs must agree with one another both in number and in person. Now, since most of these notes are about the number, so let me clarify how your verbs agree with the person. Now, in English, we have got three persons: first person, second person, and third person. I and we are first person, you is second person, and he, she, it, and they are third person. So our verbs have to agree with the subject in persons. I give you example. For example, when I say I am a student, you are students, they are class fellows. So with I have used am, with you I have used are, and with they I have used are. But if I say he is a student, with he I have used is. So your verb is changing according to the person. Let's get back to these notes. Now, subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number. So keep in mind, if the subject is singular, the verb has to be singular. And if the subject is plural, the verb has to be plural. So when I say subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number, you need to know that what do I mean by verbs. There are two types of verbs: action verbs, which are called main verbs, and auxiliary verbs. So both verbs like play, write, come, go, they all are main verbs. And the verbs like is, am, are, was, were, they all are auxiliary verbs. So both these verbs have to agree with the subjects. Now, if you need to know how your verbs can agree with your subject, the trickiest part is that you have to identify the subject. If you are able to identify the subject in a sentence, it's easy that you know which verb should go with that particular subject. Okay, move on. Subjects and verbs must agree with one another in number. In the present tense, a singular subject takes a singular verb and a plural subject takes a plural verb. Now, below is a list of common subject-verb agreement rules. Now, we'll be talking about these rules one by one. The first rule is singular verbs end in s or es. Now, unlike nouns, the plural form of a verb is not made by adding an s or es to the ending. It's actually the opposite. Now, if you want to make plural of a noun, the simplest formula is that you add s or es. For example, if the noun is boy, if you add s, it becomes boys, plural. If the noun is mango, which is singular noun, if you add es, it becomes mangoes, which is plural noun. Unlike nouns, in verbs, the rule is opposite, especially in present indefinite tense. If you add s after a verb, it becomes singular, and if you remove that s, the verb becomes plural. I give you these examples. Now, when I say the puppy sleeps soundly, now the puppy is subject, which is singular, so sleeps is the verb, and when you have add s, this s shows that the subject is singular. So if just one puppy sleeps soundly, but if you got plural, the puppies sleep soundly. Now here you can see that we have removed this s. So by removing this add, the verb has become plural. Why? Because the subject is plural, the puppies. Likewise, the blanket needs washing, but the blankets need washing. So this is rule 1.